Motivational Monday, your purposeful life. Let your light shine bright. It'll be alright. Motivational Monday, your God-ordained life. It'll be just fine. Motivational Monday, your purposeful life. Let your light shine bright. It'll be alright. Motivational Monday, your God-ordained life. It'll be alright.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Motivational Moments with the Queen of Motivation. It is DrLee. And so I'm excited anytime I'm able to get on to motivate someone. And it's that time right now. I've been doing this now for almost 7 years. I can't believe how much time has went by. And I know you guys have been missing me, but I'm trying to get back on whenever the Lord moves me to get on here and push someone to be motivated. We're in a time and season where we all can use some motivation. We're in that time and season we always can use that push. I come to do just that. I come to motivate you. I come to push you into that place where you've been sitting down. I come to push you in that place where some of us have become stagnant. I come to push you in that place to motivate you to move. I want you to look on the screen as we do. The word today is go get it by faith. That's right. It is time to go get it. And so we got to deal today with what your it is. We got to look today and see what excuses you've been making up. We got to look and see what is that destiny? What is that place? What is that dream that I have not been moving on because I have not moved in my go? So I come to push you in your go season. Your season, because guess what? To go, it requires movement. For you to go, it requires you to get up and do something. That's one of the things I wrote down. And so, yes, today I come to motivate you to go get it by faith. And so we got to go now. We've been putting things off. One thing you see, I had to put this at the bottom of the screen. Excuses are useless. We can think about so many things and so many reasons why we're not moving. We can think about so many things. You can say, I didn't write that book because of this. I didn't do this because somebody didn't like me. I didn't do this because somebody walked away from it. It's your vision. It's your dream. It's time to go get it. It's time for us to move. And you see, I had to put this down. For you to make this move is absolutely going to require faith. It's going to take faith for you to do it. You got to have faith. Some of you guys are sitting on some financial blessings. Some of you are sitting on financial breakthroughs that will bless your whole house. He said your gift will make room. Some of you are so gifted and so anointed, but you made all these excuses as to why you have not moved. You made all these excuses as to why you have not done. I want to encourage you. I want to put you today. You got to walk it out and you got to go get it by faith. It is time for us to move. It's time for us to get up. It's going to require you moving some things and writing some things. It's going to require you knocking on some doors. Some of you filling out some paper. Some of you right now, I'm gonna deal with this. The word the God just wants to me that many people have. You have filed for your 501c3s, but have you applied for a grant? Have you asked someone to help you? Have you written the vision down and made it plain so that when other runners see it, they can help this thing out? The word has already given us what we need. So I just come today to push you. I just come today to motivate you to that place. You say, you know what? Today is the last day I sit down on me. Today is the last day I sit down. I cried, while in my tears. And so many people are worried about would have, should have, and could have. Look, we just don't have that time now. We're in the time of go. We're in the time of blessing. We're in the season of open doors. So I want to encourage you today to be encouraged to get up and go, to get up and move. One of the words I had to write down was overcoming obstacles in your goal. You got to go. You got to get up. You got to go. It requires movement. You got to go. You got to do it by faith. So now you got to overcome obstacles. Many of you, if you look back over your life, you will find so many things you overcame. You will find so many things you found you will conquer. You will conquer this too, but you got to move and you got to do it now. We can no longer keep procrastinating. We can no longer keep putting it off. I'm encouraging you to move now. I'm encouraging you to move by faith. So many things that would have never blessed me. So many things that can't even be a blessing to you because you're sitting down on it. You're sitting down on your gift. You're sitting down on your dreams. You're sitting down on these things. Why? Because some of you say, I just can't do it no more. Yes, you can. Every new day that there's time, there's a time to go. Every new day that you wake up, there's a time to move. And so so many people will stop walking out their dreams or stop getting up to go because people walked away. It does not matter who walked away from you. It does not matter who told you no. All you need is a yes from God. He'll line up who he want to line up to be a blessing to you. So for those of you, especially those of you who say, I was making move, I was opening up a business, I was doing these great things, but when people walked away, I got discouraged. You say I was doing all this work, and when I looked up those people who said they would support me, they were there. Well, see, that's why the word faith is there. Faith, you got to faith it out. We're not going to fake it till we make it. No, we're going to faith it out. You got to believe if God gave you this dream, if God gave you this vision, if God gave you this gift, he said your what? Your hands and your gift. He said your gift will make room for you. So if you don't walk in it, how can you ever get in that room? Oh, come on, help me. How can you ever get in the room of the manifestation of the blessings that even God want to pour into your bosom? You won't see it and you won't achieve it if you don't move. Some of you are sitting down because you let the words of people discourage you. You said, I've heard people talk about me. People said it would not work. People walked away from my dream. People walked away from my vision. I don't care what people told you. If God gave you to go, it's time for you to go get it. It's time for you to walk this thing out by faith. You cannot be moved by what you see in the natural. You got to believe in the spirit. If you got that blessing, you got the gift. Some of you, I'm telling you, that's what the Lord was showing me. He says, some of you, he said, I've given you many gifts, and you have yet to move on one of them because you're looking at the money or you're looking at this. All you got to do is get on your knees and pray and say, God, I'm ready to move. I'm ready to do what you told me. God, I'm giving you my yes. He gave you a yes, and you turned around and said, no, get that back in order. Because when he gives you that yes, you got to know he's going to bless his yes to you. He's going to bless his yes to you. He's going to give you favor. He's going to open up the doors. That's what you remember. You keep looking at the doors that man should. We get so discouraged when people tell us no. We get so discouraged when people close doors on us. Well, don't you know, if you really believe by faith that if he opens a door, no man can shut it? And if God closed the door, let it stay shut. I mean, go deal with that part. If he closed the door on you, let it stay shut, because his door, no man can control it. His door, no man can stop it. So I want to encourage you in those times that you allow people walking away stop you. I want to encourage you for in those times that you let people say negative things about what you want you to stop. I'm telling you, I'm just in that place. If God told me to do it, I got to go in me. And so I'm praying now that same go is in you. Did you say, you know what? I'm so glad you got on today to motivate me to get into my goal. Because I'm telling you, there's a blessing tied up in this move. That's why I'm on here giving you say, there's a blessing tied up in your goal. There's a blessing tied up in this next move you're going to make. Look, get up and go. It requires G, movement. You got to get up. O, overcome the obstacles. You got to move those things out your way. When you say you're more than a conqueror, that means you got to conquer some things that's going to be in front of you. You said you're more than a conqueror. You got to conquer the lies. You got to conquer the rejection. And you got to conquer fear. Don't you know that's the very thing that comes up? People say, I want to make this move, but I'm afraid. I want to start this business, but I'm scared. I wanted to walk in my dreams, but you've wrestled with fear for so long. Well, today I want to encourage you. It is time now for you to walk this thing out by faith. It is time now for you to overcome that obstacle. It is time for you to conquer. It is time for you to move. You got to believe everything God says about you. You got to know whatever he has for you, nobody can take it. Nobody can break it. Nobody can snatch it out your hands. But if you don't move, it won't move. I want you to grab that part. It's not going to move by itself. Your dream will not move without you moving. Come on. Prosperity will not hit your door without you activate in your faith. You got to move in this season. You got to say, I don't care who's not with me, but if God be for me, I'm walking it out. If God gave me a yes by faith, it shall manifest. That's how I want you to believe. I want you to believe if God gave you a yes and God gave you a go, God will favor you. I'm telling you, you will see people doing all these things. Get your eyes off what people are doing. And trust him for what he put inside of you. Trust him for your gift. Trust him for what he gave you. That's why I had to put go get it. But I had to make sure you understood for you to go get it in this hour, you got to do it by faith. You got to get your eyes off it. You got to get past what people said, what would not work. You got to get past your own insecurities. Let's go there. Some of you guys so gifted and so talented, but you're insecure about what God blessed you with. You're struggling from insecurity. You know where insecurity comes from? Insecurity a lot of times comes from what people said. We carry the weight of people's words. But I pray you are free now from the weight of what people said about you. I pray you are free today of any negative thing that anybody said that would not manifest in your life. I pray that you are strengthened to walk by faith. Some of you were walking in great doors, but because it didn't look the way you thought it should, you stopped building. That's what the Lord said. He said, I blessed you in the door. I blessed you in the place. But because it didn't look like it was moving the way you wanted to, and you quit. So I want to encourage those of you who was doing the things God told you, and you said God gave you a go, but you stopped because it wasn't manifesting in your time. He says it's in his time. It is in his. We're walking in the due season of blessings. We're walking in the due season of manifestation. We're walking in the due season of promise. So that's why I had to come out and obey God, just to encourage you to go, encourage you. Some of you got to get back up and you go, because some of you were going and you stopped. Some of you were going and you got weary. Some of you were going and you let people get in your way. Well, you gotta block the naysayers. You gotta block the voice of the naysayers, because the naysayers ain't moving no way. You gotta block the voice of negativity. You got to block the voice of those who don't have vision. I'm telling you, people who don't have vision will struggle understanding visionaries. It's just what it is. People who lack vision will struggle the work of those who do. But when God says the runners, they're going to see the vision and agree with it, and it'll take off. You can't let everybody walk in that place with you. You got to make sure that you use discernment. That's part of you walking in faith. Part of your faith walk is to be able to discern who God sent to help this thing on. And I just believe God by faith that he's lining up the runners. I believe God by faith that if you just shift, it's going to manifest. I believe God by faith in this hour, you walk in your gifted area. Some of you guys are running away from the very gift God put in your hands. You're running away from the very gift God put in your hand. He says, I thank you, Lord. He says, use what I gave you and watch I bless it. You got to walk by faith. And to walk by faith requires what? It requires us walking in obedience. We want all these things. And we seeking God in prayer. He said, I hear the Lord say, it's in your hand. I need you to write that down. He said, to prophesy to the gifted and anointed ones. He said, your blessing is in your hands. He said, I gave you what you need. He said, I told you that your gift will make room for you. He said, but your fear keeps you out the room. Oh, come on, help us. And some of us got to get our character in check. I got to deal with, I love you, but we got to make sure our character is right. They were walking humble. They were walking in love. And they were walking in a place where people will want to bless us, where God will line us up and he'll open up the doors. He'll send the people running in, and the floodgate will open from all the help you receive. I want to encourage you today, if you stop doing what God told you to do in your gifted area, a lot of this is dealing with marketplace, businesses. And I'm going to tell you a couple of things he showed me before I got on live tonight. He said there were many he told to go back to school. He said, because you're going back to school to get that degree, going to open another door for you for your business. He said, there were many of you. He said, I gave you a great visions for different businesses. He said, and you allowed what people said wouldn't work. And because you looked at where you were. See, we could be in the valley. God will bless your vision in the valley. I'm telling you, he'll do it. He will bless your vision in the valley. But for him to bless you in the valley, come on, or to bless you in the city, or to bless you in the field, somebody say, it's on me now. It's on us now to move. It's on you now to walk it out by faith. It's on you now to do the things he called you to do. He said there were those of you, he said there's a book in your mouth. There's a book in your hand for you to write it out that will bless the nation. He said restaurants. He said some of you got the gift of cooking. Some of you got the gift of meal prepping, but you don't think it'll bless you. So you go back to that same place where you went. Why? Because you're comfortable there. And because what's happening is now we're trusting jobs, we're trusting the government, and we're trusting man. What God is saying, but I gave you a gift. I need you to trust me. I need you to write that down right there. Grab that. He said, I gave you a gift. Oh, come on, God. He says, so now I'm coming to motivate you now in that place to trust God, walk it out by faith, go get it by faith, go get your stuff. And so he said the question is, what's your it? What's your it that you got to go get that you've been putting off? What's your it that you got to go get that you haven't believed by faith? What's your it you got to go get you've been making up excuses for? What's your it you got to go get, but you let what people tell you stop you from going to get it? What is your it? Is your it the restaurant? Is your it a clothing line? Is your it a boutique? boutique? Is your it a salon? Is your it a homeschool? Come on. Is your it a construction company? Is your it a driving business? You know how many people right now need drivers to drive them around to go transport from place to place? Have you thought about it? But we're sitting down on our gifts. We're sitting down on the, I'm telling y'all, that's what blessed me. My gifts of my hands. I worked in cosmetology. Those of you who may not know, almost 20 years. It was the gift of my hands. When people's salons were getting shut down, mine was steady growing. I had booth renters. I taught a tutoring class. Then I taught cosmetology 15 years and still use my gift in different areas of my life, even still now today. Why? Because I had to trust God with what he gave me. See, one thing I understand is this. I don't have to steal, copy from nobody. Because he said, I'll give you something new. Come on, somebody. But y'all, you see, y'all pray about this stuff. Or he going to do a new thing. And as soon as he lay that new thing in your lap, you stop walking by faith. As soon as he give you a new idea, oh, no, they're not going to believe this. It's too this. No. You got to trust him by faith. You got to get up and move by faith. You got to write the vision down by faith. Come on. And believe God going to bless it by faith. I come to motivate you. It's a motivational moment with DrLee. It's been a while since I've been going. Anytime God give me that push, say, look, I need you to motivate my children because I'm trying to bless them. I need you to motivate them now so they will get up and they will move. He says, some of you, I keep hearing that. He says, some of y'all sat down and you put it down. He says, go back and grab it. Get up and move by faith. He said, I gave you instructions on what to do. He says, now it's time for you to believe me. Now it's time to get out of your own mind and get out your own way. Some of y'all in your own way right now because you're holding on to things from the past. You're holding on to what people said. Oh, that's not going to work. You shouldn't do that. Who do you believe? Grab that word. It says faith. You got to go get your it by faith. Again, what's your it? What's your it you sat down on? What's your gift that you know you have, but you've been afraid to move? And so I came to motivate you absolutely, because I can only motivate you in places where I've been encouraged to overcome. I just believe God. He said, open up a theology school. Okay, come on, God, let's do it. Where I start my paperwork at? Come on. He said, start a sorority. Okay, God, which one? What you need me to do? He said, I went straight from cosmetology school straight into a salon in the city, which is Beaumont, Texas, where I didn't know nobody. How? Because I believed he was going to bless my gifts. I believed it. And I've been walking on it for 20 years. So I come to encourage you in that same place. All it takes now is for you to, somebody say, Lord, help me move. And he will do it. Because he doesn't give you a gift that it be wasted. Because he don't get the glory if we sit down on it. So I come to encourage you. I came to motivate you. I need you guys to share this video for anybody who you know that walks away from their gift. Or anybody who you know that's anointed, that has a business, that just got through saying, I'm about to quit. Show them this video. Because it's my prayer. They pick it back up and trust God. Walk it out by faith. Get your eyes off what everybody else doing and focus on what he's telling you to do. And watch it bring blessings. Watch it bring a harvest to your door. I just believe God, it will absolutely do just what he said it would do. He said your gift will make room for you and bring you before a great man. You can't make those moves if you don't get up and go get it. And so that has been my motivational moment with DrLee. It is your word today. Get up, go get it. Go get it by faith. I want you to walk it out by faith. I want you to make alive the enemy and let him know I'm going to get all my stuff. Everything God says I shall have, I shall have. Every promise God put before me, I'm going to have it. So it's time for us to push and move. It's time, because guess what? To go, it requires movement. Oh, overcome the obstacles. Come on, walk it out. I'll be waiting to hear the testimonies. Walk it out. Go get your stuff. And we're going to do it by faith. God bless you. God keep you. It's been Motivational Moments with DrLee. God bless you all.
Motivational Monday with your purposeful life. Let your light shine bright. It'll be alright. Motivational Monday with your God-ordained life. It'll be just fine. Motivational Monday with your purposeful life. Let your light shine bright. It'll be alright. Motivational Monday with your God-ordained life. It'll be alright.